of cool stuff they made for the
Let me do the
endeavors.
intro. Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning. Excuse me, to Moopsy Science Theater 2.4K for May the 2nd, 2025. And there's Musin.
And I will make it a threesome.
Good morning.
What,
Can you even hear yourself?
you skip, yeah. Do you even hear yourself, Musin?
I heard myself.
we
Did
only
you
heard
guys hear
we
that?
only heard the threesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But
do you even hear yourself as a secondary file?
oh, okay.
It's not part of the same one. It's
That
the
doesn't excuse
Worf
you didn't
and
press it.
Riker, and then they split the thing up. So I
Ah,
can just use
Do you even hear yourself?
yep.
the
See,
anything, not just the Worf.
that's true. Somebody, I think you suggested using it for the language thing after
Yeah.
Matt Black recommended the language from Stowe. So
Mhm.
maybe no, not this weekend.
Yeah,
Next
I
weekend. I was going to
I
put this
dropped
off for a month, but I
F-bomb.
think I'm going to spend next weekend gutting this room, repainting it, putting up my new desk, and everything else.
I am ashamed of myself. I
Oh,
dropped an F-bomb around you yesterday.
yeah, worse things have happened, Musin. People have said a
I,
lot
I,
worse than that here.
I tried to behave myself
It was
as
late.
much as
You were
possible.
frustrated. I get it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some things from like,
Is this something I
I would,
missed? Was it
Yeah,
have
after
something
you
happen while I
left.
was there?
After you
Oh,
left.
oh,
Musin was
an F bomb?
an F
What
bomb.
happened? Who stepped on your toe?
I don't
well,
know.
actually, I was kneed in the nose
Right, right.
by a girl who was in the same group home as me when growing up.
And they did nothing, nothing for him.
Nope. Nope. They literally accused me of it being my fault that it happened. Even though, I was just cooking breakfast, frying up an egg at the age of 12.
And I heard that story.
Yes,
Uh,
Musin was not happy.
I caught myself dropping the F bomb and instantly went, oh, sorry. Because I really do try to watch my
I know.
tongue when
Musin, you needn't
around you, Mom.
apologize. There are
No, but
times I do something that I regret later, and I go back and I'm profusely apologetic, and the other person's like, it's okay. So, sometimes just, you're good. Everything's beautiful. We're good.
mm, I found out I was banned on some Twitch channels where I'm just like, ow.
Oh, that's okay. I was reading about a woman whose Twitch channel or YouTube or one of them was completely banned. Absolutely. And they won't tell her why. And she said, "But I haven't uploaded anything in over a year." And it took her
Yeah,
months
see,
to get it resolved.
yeah,
Did they have
so
these? Did they have these restore it?
And she finally realized that one, if it took a year for her to upload something, she probably wasn't that engaged with it. So, yeah, they did restore it and then she killed it.
uh, so Grumpy Old
Jesus.
Nord was banned off of Twitch, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
still haven't told him why.
Yeah, they don't have to. That's the horrible thing. They don't have to tell you
Legally,
why.
legally in my country, when a company does something like that, they need to give you some form of justification for the termination of your, contract, your
Yeah,
your
but
deal with them.
this is here.
Otherwise,
That's
they
there.
can't just bump you. Yeah, I know this isn't based in my country.
Yeah, exactly.
However, I feel that certain
I think that should be a
rights,
rule, really.
certain rights that I have should apply in the U.S. as well, because
If
it is
you,
so it's so horrible that you guys over there don't have the same workers' rights as we do,
yeah,
and
that's.
that people are being dehumanized.
I don't think it's dehumanized. I think it is a conscious choice that some of us make as we will do this to get that. We will give up this to get that. But that's not necessarily dehumanizing. Not that there isn't a fair amount of that, but
No, they have to dehumanize the workers so that they can, treat everybody the same, but
well,
the same isn't good.
that's an overgeneralization.
Yeah,
Because
but companies do try to dehumanize
some
their
companies,
employees.
yes, not
Uh,
every company.
no, but bigger companies
Not
with a
even that.
lot of
Again,
employees.
it's too big of a paintbrush there. Some companies, yes. Some companies are absolutely horrendous.
I'm
Some
still
Like
mind boggled.
Amazon.
some companies are great.
I'm still mind boggled that US has labor laws that,
If,
uh, or more likely they don't have labor laws
if
that are
if I
standard in the EU, and I'm like, how are people functioning in those like
Well,
in that?
let's make it
the,
worse. We do not have, well, we have some federal labor laws, but then you get
the
into individual state laws. So
Yeah, that's
every
the
state
worst
can be
thing. There's
different from the state next to it.
yeah.
I heard some ridiculous stuff about working at Amazon and bathroom breaks.
Yeah,
I'm like
Amazon's
that,
pretty horrendous.
and I'm like that can't be real,
Hmm.
Yeah,
It can be.
but it
that
is.
feels like a violating of human rights, and yet here
Yep.
we
It
are.
is a violation of human rights.
But that doesn't.
It literally is.
But as long
I mean,
as, hold on, stop. I get to talk here. As long as people are desperate for jobs and willing to do the work, it
Yeah.
happens. And that's the problem. You know, right now, Amazon or not right now, but was offering jobs at a time when nobody else was offering jobs. And people were willing to put up with that because they wanted, crazy idea here, they wanted
oh,
paychecks so they could pay them, get food and pay for their homes and things like that.
uh,
And it sucks.
yeah,
Excuse my language, I
I
don't
mean,
disagree with that.
truth be
no,
told, Amazon has done some atrocious things in the EU too.
Yeah.
The way they are treating people and like limiting people's bathroom breaks is not a thing that's limited to the US. We've had happen here, and I've heard that happen in the UK islands. So
yeah, it's
it's
just
been
that
happening.
Yeah.
It's a practice
they
for a company, and
they
if
can
people
tell
are
me that that's the practice, but that won't prevent me from taking my bathroom breaks when I have to.
Yeah, and
Because my
you
I mean,
body
yeah.
does
but you
my
can
body
get
does not
fired for it.
conform to
So
their concept. It's like, I'm sorry, my body does what my body wants. I can't control it any more than they can.
okay, and let's get off this topic because it'll get me into areas that I'm not happy about. And it's a first thing on a Friday morning. Sally has a very relevant question to the topic. How do I do repair hull endeavor? Because that's
Oh,
what I
I have
assume
that
you
one
mean.
too.
Satellian, not repair hill.
Um,
My favorite one is Ruins of Doom.
Basically, if you got a tank build, anything,
Hey, if I got
and
a
fly
million
your
bucks, I can do a
tanker,
lot of stuff. But let's assume she doesn't have a tank build for the sake of that. Um, what ones did help with
uh,
healing hull?
engineering team.
Engineering team,
Yeah.
Hazard
uh,
emitters.
hazard emitters,
There's this auxiliary to structural
Brace for impact.
something.
um,
Brace for impact.
miracle worker or miraculous repair.
I
But
think work bees also count because they do repair the hull.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
actually,
basically, between engineering team, hazard emitters, and brace for impact, that should be enough to
yeah.
get your endeavor done.
What about structural integrity?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Structural integrity.
auxiliary to structural integrity
Yeah.
I,
does light hull repair.
So what I do when I get that one, Satalia, is I will throw them into my taskbar all on one line so I can just click right through them. But I like to go to Ruins of Doom, take out the first wave, and just sit there with my shields and my deflectors off and take damage. And anytime I don't want to take damage, I can just step outside of the little arc that it's in and then go back in and just go back and forth. So as the asteroid thingy explodes, it'll do damage on a 2-minute basis or 1-minute basis. It's pretty regular. And you won't get any enemies after you take out the first wave.
if you set the miracle worker specialization and then use its skill, give her all she's got. that improves the amount of healing you do, so it goes faster.
Oh, that's true. Give all she's got is a really good one.
Yeah, I may
Yeah.
have to skip it. I have high hull regen, and I don't want to redo my traits. Well, you don't have to redo your traits. These are just
Oh, it's you switch your specialization primary to miracle worker. You put the skill give it all she's got on your bar. You hit that one before you do any skill that heals your hull, and you'll receive additional healing. And when you're done, you can just swap it right back to the specialization you were.
good morning, 47 Alpha Tango. The other thing you can do, Satalia, is with whatever you've got, if you're doing fairly high hull regeneration, you're still taking damage. So go into something like Ruins of Doom or another one where you get a fairly good swarm going at you at one time and see if you do any level of hull regen. If you don't, then, skip it. If you do,
I,
just
I
go and
have
play it.
actually I have actually managed to do whole heal endeavors by just hitting give her all she's got and then brace for impact.
So you've got two of them there. By the way,
And
today or this weekend is Tour of the Galaxy.
brace for impact, everybody's got. You don't have to change your build for it.
Just put it in your bar and
Yeah.
smack it. Smack that puppy.
And switching specializations just means that you can then add the miracle worker skill to your bar. And when you're done, you switch specializations back, and whatever you had before is still going to be there.
So, Satalia, pick something that gives you a fairly high amount of swarmed conflict and see what, based on what you've already got, if you're getting good regen. If not, did the Hexblawn look at you funny just now? They're not even in the room now. They're
So
downstairs.
one of the things about those specialization clicky skills, once you set them into your bar, even if you're on another specialization, the skill remains visible for you. Just you can't click it; it's grayed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you then switch to that specialization, it will be available. So you could literally put the give her all she's got near your brace for impact on all your builds, and then just yeah, switch specializations when you got a whole heal endeavor. And switch back to Intel for that clicky when you're done.
Yep, that's actually reasonable.
Yeah, on my PvP build, I have both those clickies on my bar, and either I go in really tanky with give her all she's got, or really like constantly placating by going my Intel specialization.
Using you up for a
But
little party
yeah,
time here, or are you doing other stuff?
sure. But once set up, those skills remain on your bar, regardless if the specialization is active. So yeah,
So, Satalia needs to defeat 5 Terran ships. That sounds a lot to me like little Jupiter Eratus. Chris, I sent you an invitation. Did it not
oh
come through?
wow.
No, you
Oh,
got
there it
it.
is.
Sorry, I was just doing an endeavor.
Doing a Satalia there.
Okay, it really likes giving me
Wow, good
ground
accuracy.
endeavors
Yeah, I know.
today.
I have Plasma Ground and Defeat Herc on the ground, so.
Well, I just used 3 reroll tokens and it just keeps giving me ground.
just
It's
just
like,
suck it up and deal with it. You're doing ground today. That's all there is to it.
yeah, well, at least now I got one that like doesn't really
That doesn't
bother
suck.
me. Well, because I have a fistful of Gorn for my transwarp to Nimbus 3,
It's a good one. We
I
will.
don't mind shooting some
We have a
Gorn.
reboot.
Wee-woo. I do mind shooting like Voth on the
Ugh.
ground
I just give.
or
Yeah.
Vadwar on the ground.
Vodvar I can deal with. Voth. Ugh.
No,
You know,
I'd rather
I hate
do Voth than Vadwar, but I hate both.
I hate going out of my way for shooting Voth or Vadwar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Gorn I can handle because I have an instant transwarp to Nimbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Kind of a transwarp. We need better transwarps to the Delta.
No, you just use a fistful of Gorn.
Oh, I know.
Hit transport
I know.
and go.
Actually, partisans will do it too.
I feel though that every location that we can transwarp to for a mission should just be added to our transwarp menu as well.
Yeah, at this point, yes.
Because there's no more cost. So
Okay,
why not?
that is not me. The Nadarian Defender is not me this time. I avoid the Delta Quadrant if I can help
No,
it.
it's Lyle.
Yeah,
I don't know who Lyle is.
it's not me. 47
Usually
Alpha Tango
Mango.
says, I avoid the Delta Quadrant if I can help it, just would rather not. Yep.
I mean,
agree
I
with
fly
you.
Yeah.
patrols in the Delta Quadrant, but I don't go there physically to do anything specifically.
You know when the
Most
last
of the
time
activities
was
there.
that I was in the Delta Quadrant physically? That was before the lockdown.
Wow. Wow.
The fact that you
Satalia's
remember is
ship
kind of
name
disturbing.
is Calvin the Bold.
Well, I had a thing. Somebody was streaming. They were in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have even gone there.
You, I have tunes that I have worked on everything except Delta Quadrant because it's just like, I don't want to do it. So I'm thinking I will get them through the ones they have to run solo and then team them and do it all at once. Just get done with it. Is there anything left here? Okay. Let's see. We'll go over to Gamma.
You know what? If they're gonna stay in the middle, I'm gonna stay on Beta.
I'm going to stay on Gamma. Since they can kill
Nope.
things, that's
You're
fine. I
welcome.
just need to kill the rifts.
Oh, they got the bubble on the station. They
Yep.
should be able to kill all the data thieves.
They actually get halfway to Gamma with that.
Well, they're off to the Gamma side.
Ah, that's fine.
And they also get into the edge of Beta. They're just not reaching Alpha. But the station's in there, so the data thieves should die before they get to steal anything. Yeah, just in time.
So, Satalia, I'm going to admit I don't get Calvin the Bold, so if somebody wants to explain that to me.
The reference is something I don't get it either.
I think Satalia's a lot cleverer than I am. No, I know Satalia's a lot cleverer than I am.
Look, you know why I chose Beta?
Because it was there?
No, because at the end, this is where the Enterprise pops up.
Sometimes.
No, they pop up with Gamma. I mean, oh yeah, first at Beta, but then they move.
Yeah, but we can actually...
Not
Ready,
if you
go back
kill her
to Beta.
fast enough.
Pardon?
If you kill her fast enough, she keeps spawning.
Yeah, that's true. If we can get her down really low, she'll just keep spawning at Beta.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew. Well, we're only 4 days into this new event, and I'm tired of it already.
Yep.
Please,
Oh,
no more
yeah.
events.
That reminds me, I need to do Nebula as well.
Oh,
I already carried my cross for the day. I'm not doing it again.
I'm good on doing it if you want to. It's only been 4 days. Yeah. Actually, I
I'm
think
bought
today
out
is day
the
4.
event, so I need to do it every day to get
Yeah.
yearly progress. That way, with the next event, I'm going to be able to max out.
I'm doing it for the progress, but it's just
Hmm.
tedious.
Well, since I'm getting paid my vacation money like in 2 weeks,
That's nice.
I'm going to preemptively upload some Zen as soon as there's a sale. Just so that I can, you know, spend it when the time comes.
Well, I'm not going to do a lot more Zen this year unless something changes massively, because house is getting painted in 2 weeks, bought a car, need to replace the air conditioner, because I don't use the air conditioner ever. But that's not a good thing for it. Need to get some furniture. I'm at that point of, well, I was going to do all this stuff for the house, but realistically, I'm not going to live in this house forever. So, what do I need to do to increase the value of the house without spending a fortune?
Okay, why is Gamma not protected?
Because I died. I was doing just fine with Gammon, then I died. Thank you, Musa. I got a little too big for my britches, if you will. Go kill him, Musa.
Did you like the little back door I put in your station?
Enterprise is back. Clear protective base.
Eek!
Are you kidding me with this? My ship will be invincible. Give up on them. Back to this.
Stop me clicking!
Ugh. See if she comes back here. We only got her to 70, though.
So jellyfish still in the jellyfish mode?
Yep.
Did they AFK'd?
No, well, maybe. She hasn't moved. He hasn't moved.
Way to go, I guess. God, this thing sounds like a prick.
Yep, and I died.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's what you do to the enemies, not yourself.
I know.
Oh, and I died. What the heck is going on here?
Nice. What the hell?
Lita? Oh, sorry, Killy, stop killing us. That's not fair. 47 Alpha Tango says, I kind of found a way to make it interesting-ish, kinda. I go to Azure in a private queue on both accounts and Alt-Tab between the two. Yeah. I do that with the Vault. Or whatever that other one's called. Yeah, it's the Vault, isn't it? The Vault Ensnared. But to make it really fun, I do it on 4 accounts at one time. Which is nice if I've got spacey damage, I can take care of that on each tune, or shield, stuff like that. Do I get Tholian ships? No, never. With Azure, you need to get 9 points to get credit for it. Suppose I could do that. I've
What?
got 2 big ships.
Ah, feedback. They do the feedback pulse on me. Mwah.
Is the jellyfish still around? There it is, finally doing something.
You know what? I'm done.
Finally!
Oh, she's done here. About bloody time.
.47 Alpha Tango. It's easier if you have a separate monitor for each one. than if you try and put all four on two monitors, which is what I've been doing. Because you have to think, which one's my primary? So I've got that on my main screen, and then get them set up so that I can kind of toggle through the alternate screen fast. Make sure everybody gets
Okay.
some damage.
Mom, do you run Windows 11?
Mm-mm. Not at the
Ah,
moment.
so I can literally move something to the top of my screen,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a little drop down there,
Yeah.
which then allows me to put like four things on one screen
Oh,
simultaneously
nice.
as like one of the options. It'll just resize the window to fit in there. It's a feature of Windows 11 that I'm just like, actually, that's handy because now I don't have to manually do that when I'm watching four tabs at once on the browser.
Yeah, computer's on back burner for a while. Like I said, house painting and air conditioner are priorities over computer. And new. I have so much stuff I want to spend money on. Man, houses are expensive.
Mm.
You discovered that just now?
Well, it's the nickel and dime stuff all the time. It's oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, I really need to repaint. Oh, I need to
Uh,
put in a new faucet. Oh, I really should replace
That's
that.
why
All
apartments
the
are a little bit
time.
better.
Gotta
I know.
repaint the walls, repaint the
At least
ceiling,
there's
fill
no
the cracks in
outside
the
facade to
walls.
maintain.
The
Plus,
problem
someone else cares about the exterior.
the problem with
And then you have
apartments
to spray
is
against
dang, it's such a
fungus
nice
and
looking house. Um, problem with apartments is if you have dogs, you don't have a yard. You have to consider your neighbors at all time. Oh, is it too loud for them? Blah 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 blah.
That's true, but still, it's a bit more manageable.
That's an ugly looking house.
Depends where it is. Like my neighborhood is located at like we call this sleepy neighborhood of the city because it's been built probably the latest in like the 70s 80s
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of parks, a lot of nature reserves around. But we have a nature reserve actually, which is fun because yeah, there's a lot of places to walk your dog, so you don't really like. I can't imagine having a dog in a city center. There's barely any lawns to actually,
Mm-hmm.
even have a little bit of grass
Oh yeah.
because every bit of space is taken by parking lots and stuff, or
okay.
like new buildings. But outside here, like it's not outskirts, but it's still like a more green part of the
There's
environment.
plenty of people who got dogs in Amsterdam, like a lot, a lot. But there's also some parks you can go to with your dog.
Yeah, but
So
it's 5 in the morning. The dogs need to go out. The thought of having to get fully dressed, shoes, boots, coat, bags for cleaning up, and taking them out when I'm barely awake, or if they need to go out at 2 in the morning, versus dogs need to go out at 2 in the morning, get up, open door, dogs go out, dogs come back in, closed door, we're done, is so much easier.
yeah,
Oh my God, that's so cool! I just read um there's a game that came out last week, an RPG set in like what's it called? Uh, like in the 1800s in France, but it's a fantasy version of it. So it's not exactly historically or realistically depicted. Called Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's been done by a small French team, and apparently it sold so well that even the French president congratulated them, being proud that the French game got so much recognition. That's so cool. That when video games are getting a bit more mainstream notice, and everyone unanimously loves it. Both visuals and the storyline and the gameplay are so much praised. I like when like games get some recognition outside of the gaming industry, outside of gamers. That's so cool. But I digress. do we view something more? So I still got some hull repair to do.
Sorry, somebody's
Hello?
messaging me on the side.
Oh, okay.
Something potentially interesting, but
Doing a show? How rude.
yeah, well, that's how it goes.
Hmm. Shining example of French audacity and creativity. Interesting. Curious way to put it.
When did the new episode come out? It's only been a couple months, right? For, what was it, Axiom?
2 months? I want to say something
Okay.
around that. Why?
Yeah, just somebody's talking about the new episode coming out. And I hadn't heard anything about this.
About what?
The new episode for Stowe coming out. I mean, they talked about Axiom, but normally they don't release content without letting us know and making a big deal. And
Well, maybe they really want to keep it under wraps until it blows because I don't know if it's attached a new name to it or it's really big.
yeah, but normally they say, "Hey, it's coming up. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have that." There's usually an event related to it when they do new content.
Well, how many
And
events?
we already have an event, but okay. Anyway, there is a maintenance patch today, which is what I think people are going,
Again? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what it
Yep.
says.
In about
A couple hours.
what was it?
It's the usual time, yeah.
Okay,
7
Satalia also needs to
6.5
destroy
hours.
30 Herald ships. 47 Alpha Tango says, I went from a single 4K to that being my primary with a 1080p secondary. Then I got another 1080p for a third. Always liked the 4K. Haven't been able to bring myself down to 1080. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's like Taz's new monitor, which is the size of my entire desk, and then he's still got his two little ones up above the shelf.
Yeah, but he's already found a game that he hates because one of the popular multiplayer games actually restricts the use of 21 versus 9 size, so you can't.
Yeah, his
Because it will
screen
take away.
size is not supported, so he instantly got upset and uninstalled the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Well, the thing is that it would give him an unfair advantage in the game because he would be able to see around corners without actually moving the camera. So there's a reason why they disabled it, but he still plays that they took away an opportunity for him to cheat a little bit, you know. He just feels that's unfair. But that's Taz for you. He uninstalls games for smaller things than that, so.
Sent you a message there, Chris.
Oh, where did you hear that?
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Okay. Well, that would be very random because, like, we're in the middle of, like, 4 days into a new event.
Right, that's why I'm saying we can talk about that later and see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything, but I don't listen to gossip and stuff like
Let's
that.
see. Alpha Tango says he needs Taz's monitor. I actually ordered a standing desktop, Satalia, which I'm going to put on top of my IKEA bookshelves, which will give me a bookshelf/desk, which is bigger than the bookshelf/desks I can order and about a third of the price. So it's going to take up a ton of space in this room. Actually, not that much more because I had to pull everything away from the wall so far because I can't get everything on this very narrow counter that I've got. So we need to do 30 Herald chips for Satalia.
There are only 2 options available when it comes to TFOs. Ah.
Well, the spam bot kicked in, but it didn't automatically throw it out because whoever had the name of the sender was close enough to missing the spam bot that it had to ask for it. What enemies are in gravity kills? Those are Zinkethy. Which is why we're not doing gravity kills. Herald. What are heralds?
Heralds are
Iconian?
Herald Sphere and Gateway to Grethor. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay,
Well,
pick it. Somebody pick it. Herald Sphere, 47.
Yeah.
Well, you know that's going to
Yeah.
cost you. Oh, you're not in game. That's why you can say that.
Clever.
Wee woo.
Clever indeed. Wee woo.
Wee woo. Yeah, and this
Wee woo.
isn't the best ship for it. Oh, so as I was saying, for tonight, we're going to do a leveling event. So I'm going to run it a little bit differently. Team up as groups of 2. Because if you group, 5 together, while it's a lot of fun, you don't get as much XP and it takes longer to level. So, maybe it's Graz and me and Musin and Crites or whatever. We can all go do the same thing. At the same time, we'll all go do 9th rule, but everybody will be in their own instance. And we can level up a little bit faster. Can Worf make it a threesome? Of course. Of course Worf can make it a threesome.
And I will make it a threesome.
See?
Do you even hear yourself?
Just perfect.
Yeah, that's so iconic. I think that beats like their little bitefulness in First Contact. Tough little ship.
If you were any other man, I would kill you where you stand. That one?
No, the
No,
the defiant comment.
the defined comment. Tough little
Little.
ship. Little.
Oh, that was.
Always got me, but this one I think it tops it easily. That's really cute.
Herald forces inbound.
There's a ship named 8. Oh, yes, 8. Oh, 8.
No, I.
8. Why would it be 8? It would be pronounced 8, wouldn't it?
Ah.
How many T's are in 8?
Get to a gateway.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 T's in 8.
And again to the gateway. God, I hate that they prioritize picking up loot rather than acting on the game.
Well, you have
You
to be
get
right on
the
top of that one.
Context menu sorted because it's annoying. So it's like pick up item, and I'm like, no, I want to gain the gateway or activate something. No,
Before they reach
because
the
the
gateway.
priority will be pick up the item.
Gateway opening at 10 o'clock. Gateway opening at 6 o'clock. Gateway opening at 2 o'clock.
My God, this is a very elaborate structure when I look it up. Never actually looked up.
Gateway opening at 9 o'clock.
The intricate structure of the Herald Spheres. Really something. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a city down there, right?
Yeah,
Gateway opening
multi-level
at 3
city.
o'clock.
I think it beats. I think visually it topples physics a little better than the Dyson Sphere.
Good morning, Elite. Did I used to work for Stowe? No. Would I like to work for Stowe? Yes. Have I applied to work
Yeah.
for Stowe? Yes. Have they hired me? No.
No.
Do I resent them for it? Occasionally.
That was honest. Fair. Yeah, I can actually attest to those questions and answers in the same way.
I have worked
really
with
give-
them on a lot of things, though, which has been fun.
I would give my kidney to work in video gaming industry, even though it's crap at the moment.
Yeah,
It's very
exhausting.
unstable, but still.
Back
Data
when
process
Cryptic was
for
Cryptic,
video games.
the fleet did some stuff with him, as they did with other fleets, and I did some personal stuff for him. But, you know, not like officially. Well, officially, but not like getting paid for it stuff.
That's fair. Well, I kind of did the same thing for Tomb Raider, so I kind of said the same thing.
I think video gaming is like a lot of industries. There's a lot of personal relationships, and people try and help each other out. Like, oh, you need help with that? Sure, no problem. Let me see what I can do for you.
I mean, to me, it's like a dream come true to be listed in the list of names and the credits in the remaster project of my favorite games. Even if I didn't get paid for it, it's still like amazing that I just got credited, right? And it's forever there. Like, someone's gonna pick it up in 10 years. Special thanks section's still gonna have my name in it.
Yep,
And I was like, that's
exactly.
so freaking exciting.
You know, such nerdiness. Let's see, Satellia. I'm still waiting for Mom to win the lottery so she can buy Stowe. Yep. That has not happened yet. I did win $4 on the lottery the other day. I know you're all impressed, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I'm just reeling it. Have I been playing since 2013? No, I've been playing... How long has this game been around? 2010? 2010, right?
2010, yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing since day 2, plus I was in on the beta.
It differs a lot from the beta.
Yeah. Oh boy, does it ever.
Man, I just looked up even further into that central structure. That goes way up there.
Oh, is that cool looking? What a nice
It really
map.
goes up there. You know, it's funny. I've been playing this GFO every now and then. I never noticed those kinds of things. I just look at the vertical sound. No, sorry, horizontally, right? And just seen the back walls of the sphere, and it's not very interesting because it's dark. You look up and down, there's a lot of detail.
There's actually quite a few maps that have got some beautiful overhead stuff. Let's see, where is the gateway now? Is that really the gateway? Or is that just a blue blob that's there? 47 Alpha Tango says, there are days I legitimately wish I could go back to 1.0 for the nostalgia. Yes! I think that would be fun for sometimes. And I'd love to play some of those old missions and episodes and TFOs that are long gone. Which we tried last night. We played Federation Starbase Incursion, which is kind of hard to figure out because your map's staticked out and you can't really figure out what's going on or where anybody is or what the idea is behind it. For nostalgia, it was way fun. Yeah, Elite, they just had their 15th anniversary in February, I believe. Which was fun. Yes, it was February, because I spent an entire month harvesting Omegas. And I wound up with some ridiculous number of them, too. By the way, Satalia, did you get your 30 Herald ships? Yeah, that's the 147. That is the one. But the cool thing is, it's Orions. So if you're trying to get your Orion ground kill count, that's the place to go. But you have to have 5 and you can't solo it. Who joined us? It's Reply All Caps. Good morning.
Hello. I wish I had a better name, but it's supposed to serve a purpose. Just letting you know that I've come down sick without even recovering from the first cold, so it was like a tiff. So I'm not going to be...
Go ahead.
I'm not going to be on much. In fact, I don't know what the deal is, but it's not just Discord, but other things are just like really hurting my ears whenever I listen to anything. So I'm not going to be on so much, guys.
No, you need to take some time and just kind of heal. Who else was doing that yesterday? They're just like, no, I'm just going to get out of the game and I'll be back in a couple of days because they were sick. So yeah, you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, well, as you know, because of computer situations, I have been gaming for a long time.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Are we
So guys,
are we done with ships here? I guess we're
Yep.
done with ships. Okay, I'll
I
just sit
think
here.
we're in the waiting phase now.
Okay. Thanks,
Kind of thing.
Musin. And Chris.
You're welcome.
Everything died.
I'm not that powerful in this second. Leave me alone.
At least asking a really
Yeah.
funny question here. Do you play any other games? I don't have time for any other games besides Star Trek Online.
Okay, I can answer that question. The big three for me: Star Trek, Elder Scrolls, and SOTOR. But I'm backing away from all of them. But yeah, if anybody wants to private message me from Mom's audience, maybe when I'm better, we can work something out to play together.
Well, there is a group that plays
Star Wars.
yeah, Star Wars. There are groups here from Star Trek that play that. JB, Savi, and a couple others. There's a
Okay.
group that plays Diablo, if you're into that one. Can't remember what else is out there for big groups.
Right.
Well,
Um,
I only
no.
have a few games installed.
Outside of the computer, I do play Warhammer, particularly Warhammer 40K. But that's
are we
a
talking? Are we talking table?
yeah, absolutely.
Like real table?
Yeah,
Mom has
absolutely.
an army of miniatures all
Mom has
painted up.
many armies of miniatures, both
Well,
Age
So
of
painted
Sigmar
them
and
all.
40K.
see, I want to play a game like that, but I want it to be like Clone Wars era Star Wars with like little stormtroopers and clone troopers.
It is an expensive hobby, I will tell you that.
Yeah. I I was talking to a friend a while back when it comes to D&D, and we were like thinking with the way D&D is going, it's just easier to use Lego figures for your.
Which you can. A lot of people do things like that, or they'll use, whatever minis they can get and play it that way.
Yeah,
I
but
have
yep,
a.
I don't know if I would risk any of mine because mine are classic from like when I was a kid. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
want
I
to
don't
risk
want to do
losing
that.
any of those.
Well, I
So
built
that happened.
4 armies back when I was living in Chicago, and when I'm going to say probably in 2016, sold all of them.
Oh,
2017. 2018, my son started working for Warhammer. So it's like, I guess I'll start rebuilding armies.
well, I wish we had a Stormtrooper Star Wars themed game. It'd be nice. If
Yeah.
if if tables were like if games were like bigger, like a bigger scale, 3.5 quarter-inch figures would be nice to be using for those, like play sets.
Yeah, the little ones are really tiny.
Yeah,
The,
that's why I don't handle them. I would lose them. It's like I want to glue them to a popsicle stick so I don't lose them.
no, that's actually not a bad idea. I am having issues painting now, but hopefully I'll have eye surgery next year and be able to paint better again, which would be nice.
I'd love to
Well,
see it.
But
I guess
my favorite video currently is a woman who talks about fashion and things like that. And somebody said, "Well, what's your most expensive piece of jewelry?" And she gets out 5 of her little orcs on motorcycles and put them on a chain and put them around her neck and is going, "This is my most expensive jewelry," because
I
Warhammer
I
gets
think
expensive.
I think when it comes to Warhammer, I guess I could use the troopers, like the Warhammer troopers, and paint them Clone Wars style.
You could, absolutely.
Yeah, just get some Space Marines and paint them up Clone Wars colors.
Yeah,
That'd work. I, I'm pretty sure they have actual, like, looks exactly like Clone Wars
Yeah.
troopers armor somewhere.
Well, Star
yeah.
Wars used to have an RPG through Fantasy Flight, and that's been taken over by Edge Studio.
Does it still exist?
Edge Studio, yeah. But I don't know if there's a lot of people out there playing the game or if they're doing anything. But it was out for quite a while. Let's see.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I like the physical stuff. My favorite part about these games is the dice and the figures.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have any space. Like I don't have a space for a desktop, so I don't have space for table settings.
Yeah, that's one of the big issues. So Warhammer technically doesn't want people going to their stores and playing games there, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
Is
It's like
you need that amount of
it,
space. It's fairly good. Good morning, Cliff. Let's
yeah. It's like what
see.
it's like what the heck what it's like what the heck are they thinking? Dude, you think I could have this in my own house?
Yep. Well, the idea is you hang out with your friends and do it. There is a gaming store not far from me that just rents out tables. So if you want to bring in your own army and everything, you rent a table for maybe $10 an hour, dirt cheap. And
Yeah.
what they do is they make their money off selling snacks and pops there because you're not allowed to bring in your own.
Those devils.
Yeah, well, they even sell it cheap. I mean, it's not like super expensive, less than you'd pay in a vending machine. And
Uh,
then they just go off to probably Costco or Walmart and pick up stuff on sale and stock the fridge with that.
yeah. Oh, also, what got me inspired into doing minis again is watching Clone Wars. No, not Clone Wars. The you guys on Disney Plus, the new Lego thing, Rebuild the Galaxy.
I currently do not have Disney.
Oh, okay. Well, you could look it up. You could look it up on YouTube, and you'll see little shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I I love the set pieces, but when they came to the Dark Falcon, they messed up because in the show, it's supposed to the ramp for going out is supposed to come out in the front, but the way the set is actually made, it's like the other Falcons. So that was a continuity oops. I guess they couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'm trying to figure out how to make my own, but I'm uh since I'm looking for like classic pieces that are hexagon shaped, like one quarter, so I
Okay.
can like space stuff out. It's not exactly working out well. Okay. Well, anyways, thanks for letting me take your time.
No
I'll go.
worries. Well, you have a great day. Get better.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just responding to somebody's comment.
I basically this is like a Revenge of the Sith. I was just getting over the last cold. It's like, nope, no rest for you.
Speaking of Revenge of the Sith, they did a re-release in theaters last week, and it basically
Oh,
trounced almost everything that was out there.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody went to see
duh.
it.
I saw this great video where you had two guys and they had a girlfriend to sit recording, and
Hmm.
the two guys on the end credits, they were having a lightsaber battle with the credits, and it looked so awesome.
I bet that was really cool. Let's see,
Yeah.
47 Alpha Tango. Some friends and I used to go to a local board game cafe occasionally. It was like $10 admission or something, plus they had food and drinks to buy. Exactly. It's a thing, but only one here. They used to be quite common. Um, there was one near my martial arts school, and we were kind of like mentors there. We'd go in a couple of days a week and to work with groups from the Boy Scouts. And they would either be working on their own games or they'd be, teaching other kids how to play games, which is kind of a fun thing. But COVID took that out. COVID takes out a
Yeah.
lot of things. Lead says, yeah, I mean, COVID
Corona
was
champ.
likely responsible for many small businesses closing down. My martial arts school closed down because of COVID, and I'm not upset about that. I'd been wanting to get out of it for a while and wasn't taking more students, just wanted to stay in there long enough to get all my students through black belt.
Right.
And then COVID hit, and it's like, yes, I have an out. I am done. Whew.
Who would have
Oh
thought?
wait, you were teaching?
Yeah,
Wait, you were teaching.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
I taught for like
Um,
15 years.
with Corona, you
Hmm.
could make a joke of saying you are a master of tung fu.
I could. There's a Twitch
It's
stream
like,
called Third Universe that does a Warhammer stream every Wednesday. Ooh. And Elite's responding to 47 Alpha. Yeah, exactly. There was like $6 and they had food and popcorn and drink and such. So assuming you had one or two people that were invested in having a fun playing board games, it was an amazing time. The one that I used to go to would feature a specific game for an evening. So let's say Monday might be Magic the Gathering. So you could come in with your friends or you could just come in and pick up games. So
right?
there's a, let's say, Warhammer 5,000 point army game going on and be on for 2 hours and so on and so forth. And that way you knew what you're getting into, but there'd also be tables if you just wanted to come in and rent a table.
Mhm. Um, something else off topic for this topic of
Mm-hmm.
food. Do you guys ever order from Domino's?
No,
I don't think
Yeah.
we
Domino's
have
is in my
Jets. I
country.
don't need Domino's. I got Jets.
Well,
I got
how good is
another.
how good is their service?
What, Jets?
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, call them. They tell you when it's going to be ready. Drive over there, pick it up. It's amazing. But I've been going there for a long time. They're at the point where they know my name.
I got the best service, namely
Yeah.
self-service. I don't have to order pizzas from anywhere. I'll
Uh.
just make them myself. Thank
Hey,
you very
Okay.
much.
Uh. Well,
Cliff, you can
I
join, but we're
know.
going to log off in about 5 minutes because I have much to do today.
Yeah.
But we
Well.
will be on
Okay.
tonight. Don't forget, we're on tonight for doing ship leveling, so we're going to be on from 6 till 9 like we did last night.
Well, as for pizza, if you took water in a pan
Mm-hmm.
and like frozen pizza or cold pizza out of the fridge and
Mm-hmm.
just like warmed it up that way,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to taste like a fresh pizza, but I never had it. And as for Domino's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna complain a little bit here because of we ordered for dinner and they screwed up my order.
What a surprise!
Weird.
Domino's.
Domino's. So Jets is not local, but it is kind of regional. It's Detroit style pizza, and
Oh.
my son says they don't put enough oregano on it, so he took them a jar of oregano and said, "Hey, can you just add this to my pizzas?" They're like, "Sure, no problem." So they have this little jar of oregano
Wow.
to one side.
Nice.
Marco's actually
Oh.
has a great reputation, 47 Alpha Tango, but there's only a few around here.
Is it like a mom and pop place?
What,
Like
Jets?
small business?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not. It is a franchise, but it's so small. There's two in Indy that I'm aware of. One in Champaign. I
Uh-huh.
think there's one up in Fort Wayne, and possibly one up in there. If you Google them, you'll see they're around the country. There's just not a lot of them. Can Vault be
Oh.
soloed? Absolutely, Satalia. Vault can be soloed. The thing you have to do is you can ignore everything except the boss at the end. You have to kill the tarantula. If you don't get the name chip, you'll still be able to complete it, but you have to take out the tarantula and the group around it. But it's pretty easy if you've got even semi-decent firepower. Taking out the name ship and the vault is pretty easy, and the tarantula is pretty easily. It's like 10 minutes to get there. But yeah, totally you can solo it. Okay, I'm going to get out of here, folks, because I do have a ton of stuff
Well,
to do today.
right.
Yep.
Oh, when did we have a tarantula ship in the game?
It's a Tholian ship, so you see it appear in Azure Nebula Rescue. It appears in Vault Ensnared. I
I think it
think
sometimes pops in one of the
it pops in
episodes, but I
something
don't
else.
remember
Yeah, it's
which one.
definitely in an episode. Oh, it's also in Red Alert.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Thank-
Tholian. The Red
Tholian
there's
Red
always
Alert.
two
Yeah,
of them
it
at
will pop
least.
there.
Yeah,
All right.
usually two of them.
Okay, I'm
Thanks,
going to go. I
guys.
have things to do. Everyone have a wonderful day. Stay moopsome, and you going to do it, Musum, or am I going to do it?
Oh, and they might show up in the Kobayashi Maru.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone.
Okay.
We'll see you in about 11 hours. Bring your ships that you can be the mentor with, and bring your ships that you want to level, and we'll just do some trading off so everybody gets their stuff done. Have a wonderful
Yep.
day. We'll talk to you later, and stay moopsome.
Moopsy.
Moopsy. Moopsy.
Shun the non-believer! Shun! Shun!
And I will make it a threesome.
Do you even hear yourself?